If you don't know, let me tell you why that's funny is a video essay series I'm doing as part of a master's degree in comedy. I was going to start working on my first video on sitcoms, in which I was going to talk about how the setting can influence what kind of show you get, and how if it's still important to have likable characters. A big part of that topic was going to be It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So I was rewatching season 14, because it was the last season, when I got to the last episode, Waiting for Big Mo.
Waiting for who?
We're waiting for Big Mo, man. The hotshot kid and his crew that are climbing up the leaderboard. Yeah, he's gonna be gunning for our base, and we need to protect it.
Oh, who gives a shit, man? There's always some hotshot kid gunning for our base.
Look, Charlie, how long have you been playing laser tag?
A long time.
A long time, baby. Yeah, some people might think that's sad, but that's not sad. I think it's awesome. I think the longer you're in the game, the better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. Look, we're the best. We're awesome. But I'm done. I'm moving on.
No, stop, stay. We're playing the game the way we always play it, and we're waiting for Big Mo.
Now, I'm a big Always Sunny fan. I like the new stuff as much as the old classic episodes, and in my opinion, the show has not missed a beat. There's no episode I don't like. There are some episodes I like more than others. I'm sure we all have that kind of relationship with the shows we love. I had it in my mind that Waiting for Big Mo wasn't that good of an episode. It's about the gang trying to win a game of laser tag, which is a decent enough concept, but it's also a bottle episode where the conversation is kind of hard to follow the logic of. Dennis is doing some gangster spiel about getting fake money, and Charlie is talking about eating bouncy balls. It's weird.
What are these?
Funds on dollar bills, y'all.
Funds on dollar bills, y'all.
This time, when I was rewatching it, my flatmate made an innocent enough comment that totally opened my eyes to why this is a great episode. When the cold open screen title came on screen, he said, "You know, I've never seen Waiting for Godot."
Nothing to be done. I'm beginning to come round to that opinion. All my life I've tried to put it from me, saying, Vladimir, be reasonable. You haven't yet tried everything. And I resumed the struggle. So, there you are again.
Am I?
I'm glad to see you back. I thought you were gone forever.
Waiting for Godot is a tragic comedy. It's about two people named Vladimir and Estragon, Didi and Gogo as they call each other, who are waiting for a fella named Godot. That's it. That's what the play is about. But what the play is really about, what it represents, what its allegorical intentions are, that's the whole thing. It garnered the label of absurdist because so much of what happens in the play and what the characters do and say it's weird and on the surface really has no point.
On the other hand, what's the good of losing heart now? That's what I say. We should have thought of it 1,000,000 years ago, when the world was young.
Stop blathering.
But the general consensus is the overall point of the play is it's about life. Now, if it's about the futility or the fortune of life is up to your own reading. But what's above interpretation is this. Vladimir wants to stay, Astragon wants to go.
And why would he shout?
At his horse.
Let's go.
Where?
What's the matter with y'all?
Help!
I'm going.
Don't leave me.
Where am I?
Go.
Help!
Help!
I'm going.
Help me up first, then we go together.
You promise?
I
So
swear.
how does that relate to this episode of Always Sunny? And why didn't I pick up on it sooner? I'd like to use the excuse that exploring philosophical concepts of purpose and meaning in the guise of a laser tag game is so far out of left field it's enough to pass anyone by, but when you look at the opening scenes of Waiting for Godot and Waiting for Big Mo, it's pretty clear I just wasn't paying attention the first time round. I should have picked up on this because I became keenly aware of the meta premise laid out in the cold open thing that Sunny does with the episode The Gang Tries Desperately to Win an Award.
The Restaurant Bar Association's Best Bar Award is coming up. We could get nominated.
Frank, we never get nominated for awards, okay? And we don't give a shit because they're stupid.
We don't care about that kind of stuff, all right? Yeah, look, am I curious as to why we never get nominated? Sure. Yeah. Do I care? Not in the slightest.
In this episode, the characters, who are betrayed by the showrunners, writers and producers of this show, which is now the longest running sitcom in American TV history and has been highly praised by many people, ask why their bar has never won any awards.
If I do something, you better believe it's cool.
Yeah, if I'm gonna put my name on something, it's gonna be award worthy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that other people are doing what we're doing better. I mean, it's serving up drinks.
It's just upsetting.
They've also done straight up adaptations or homages, whatever you want to call it, before with the episode Flowers for Charlie, a take on the book Flowers for Algernon, in which a person with a low IQ undergoes a treatment that makes him smart.
Ow! Shit!
What's your name, young man?
It's Charlie. Hold up, dude. I want to get this cheese here. Shit!
Why don't you try the cheese under the green light, Charlie?
I want this cheese.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have found our test subject.
My only excuse for not seeing the Waiting for Godot connection in the Waiting for Big Mo episode, aside from it being a very dense play, is that it's not a beat for beat kind of homage. Waiting for Big Mo is on the surface about a laser tag game, but it's actually about the show itself. Charlie's character, portrayed by the now successful comedic actor Charlie Day, asks why they are still making this show. Why are they playing the game anymore? They have been playing the game for years, they're the best show around, so why, questions the only person to have a successful movie career, don't they just quit while they're ahead?
Can we just go play?
No, wait, no. We have to wait for Big Mo.
Why do you care so much about this kid?
God damn it, Charlie. Don't you get it, man? It's not the kid. Okay, it's not the kid. It's what the kid represents.
What, obesity?
No, not obesity.
Dennis points out that the best way to make dollar bills, y'all, is to stay together, to keep making the show and sticking to the formula that got them where they are.
Whatever, the point is, like, there's always some Big Mo, some kid coming in, he wants to shoot you up, and he wants to take what you got. I don't want to give him what I got. I'm supposed to give it to him, man? I'm just supposed to let him have it?
Who gives a shit about the Big Mo's of the world, right? Because we play the game, but it's not like we ever win anything.
Dude, what are you talking about? We've been winning for years, man. You know, we're the best.
Yeah, but like, it's not like we have anything to show for it.
Whatever, dude. I got mad dollar bills.
There's a lot of talk in this episode about the formula. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know how big a believer I am in comic formula.
See for a second, please.
Yeah, what's up?
What you doing, man? Why are you mucking things up? I mean, I got things down to a science, okay? Everything's working.
Damn it.
But it seems some of the backlash from the newest seasons of Always Sunny was it's become too formulaic. This is an issue any long-running show is going to face. How do you keep things fresh while also making sure you appeal to the fans who always like the show the way it is? In season 13, Always Sunny did things to mess with people's expectations of that.
Guys, come on. You are better than this. I know you can be better than this, and I can help you, but you gotta make a choice, okay? You can either leave Dennis behind, or you can stay the same. Keep doing what you're doing, playing a doll's asshole with your mouth, and talking to something that's never gonna talk back to you.
Or will it?
But ultimately, they made the right choice and kept things exactly the way they were. They depended on the strength of the writing to maintain an audience. That's how they go on, but it doesn't answer the deeper philosophical question, why do they go on?
We gotta win at the game. And what about our reputation, man? Think about, like, our legacy, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been in this game the longest, right? But when we stop, you think they're gonna throw us some kind of parade?
They're not.
Hell no, man.
No.
We're just gonna be a bunch of dudes who played the game once.
One of the things that confused me about Waiting for Big Mo the first time round was Dennis's fixation on the dollar bills, y'all.
Mac, tell me something, man. Whose face is on the $100 bill?
Rutherford be crazy, of course.
Rutherford be crazy.
What I see now is that the money doesn't represent wealth, it represents a measurement of success. Like the leaderboard in the episode shows the status in the world of Always Sunny, money in the real world shows how much sway they have to do their show their way.
And now he gets to be whatever he want to be. You know, he get to be crazy.
Okay, so we aren't allowed to be happy now, but as long as we are unhappy for long enough, eventually we can be happy?
Well, I'm not saying you get to be happy. I'm saying being happy isn't the goal. The goal is to play the game and grind it out until the end. And then at the end, then you can go crazy.
At the end of what?
The game.
There was a time when Always Sunny looked like it was done. What brought them back, apart from the shit ton of money FX offered them, was that FX also offered them development deals to do other projects. So you see how money itself doesn't represent wealth, but the freedom to express creative ideas, a concept brought up in the episode when Dennis says to D, whose solo show got cancelled 2 series in, which is a mistake in my opinion, the Mick had at least 4 seasons in it, they can't make it on their own.
Now we're jamming. Let's get back out there, man.
No. You can't just go running out there alone. That doesn't work. Okay? You guys are just running around all willy-nilly doing whatever the hell you want. We can't do that. All right, listen.
We could go deep into who represents what in between Godot and Sunny in this episode. I can make comparisons to Potso and Lucky being D and Mac. You could even, at a stretch, say Frank in Always Sunny is the child in Waiting for Godot, and how his role in the play is to relay messages to Vladimir and Astragon, but he also comes to represent the innocence of belief, and how when his messages are questioned, it questions belief, and it destroys the system of faith we have. But I think that's kind of a stretch. In the end of the episode, Dennis learns that Rutherford B. Crazy, the face of the dollar bills, is dead. Dennis has invested all his worth, all his purpose in the accumulation of dollar bills, only to learn that the face on the dollar bills killed himself because he was not happy.
Oh. Just opened his 100th laser tag fun zone, and he drove himself to a wishing well and threw himself down it.
Well, hang on. Maybe it was an accident.
Oh, no, he wrote a suicide note on a fun zone dollar bill, and it said it all meant nothing.
Dennis takes this as a sign that maybe it's time to move on. Now we get to the real reason they modeled this episode after Waiting for Godot, because they both summarize that life is really just about carrying on.
I can't go on. What have I said?
Mr. Albert?
Off we go again.
There doesn't have to be any grand purpose. We don't need to find wealth. We don't even have to like each other necessarily. We go on because it's natural to do so. This episode is a statement from the Stunny team that says, look, we know you have your opinions on what's happened to the show, but you have to realize that we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep making this show, regardless of what you think, how much success we find outside of the show. Next year, there's going to be another season. We're going to keep making it, and we're going to enjoy doing so, and that's that. Which, as a fan, I have to say, thank God. I like the certainty of knowing that there's going to be another season of Always Sunny for a long time to come. Vladimir and Estragon are cursed by uncertainty. They don't know where they are, they don't know what they did yesterday, they don't even know why it is they're waiting for Godot. They just wait.
Was I long asleep?
I don't know.
Where shall we go?
Not far.
Oh, yes. Let's go far away from here.
We can't.
Why not?
We have to come back tomorrow
What for?
to wait for Godot.
Ah, yes.
They don't know who Godot is, they don't know what he looks like, they're not even sure what's going to happen when he appears. They wait because they don't have anything else to do. Waiting is just natural to them. The uncertainty of life is natural to them. Sunny gives us certainty, which, Christ, in this time, a lifeline to some stability is something to be very thankful for.
Hey, Big Mo.
Oh, what, you thought we'd gone?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
We ain't going anywhere. We're never leaving, you little piece of shit.
Let him have it.
And that's a rather weighty essay for the day. Waiting for Godot is hella open into interpretation, so, you know, that's just my view on it. Go read it / watch it for yourself to get your own opinions. Special shout out to Matt Holland, author.com, novelist at large, for opening my eyes to making this an episode in the first place. If you want to know when the next video is coming out, subscribe. If you want to post your own opinions below, feel free. And do visit tophatsandcanes.com for more videos, essays, podcasts, and other such and such.